thank you everyone for being here. Really pleasure to see you guys every year here in Athens for this yearly, let's say, appointment we have here. Thanks again to the organizer of this event, Technopolis and Singular Logic, our two partners here in Greece. Actually in Liferay we are very happy with the Greek market. It's very dynamic. We have dynamic partners, interest, a lot of use of our products, community, big companies working with us. We are very pleased about this. We are very thankful to Greece for this interest in Liferay. I hope that today we will enjoy today. We have a lot of new things to show and to talk about, maybe too much, maybe too much. And, but I think it's worth because Liferay is evolving. Liferay is, as a company is growing a lot. Thanks also for the success we have with customers. And so we think we should go for new goals that are quite ambitious, but we have good team, good developers, good customer, good partners, and we are sure that we will achieve nice and, let's say, challenging objectives. So today, I'm here. I will present you our new products that are not just on-the-shelf products, but are products that are to be considered in the frame of a whole series of tools to support you to create the best possible customer journey. Actually, this is the biggest product launch of Liferay since we were born, because you know Liferay was a one-product company, the famous portal, now digital experience platform. Now we have much more things. But before telling about the products, I would like to share with you some thoughts beyond. Meaning, why do we need to evolve in such a way? Well, I was at Gartner symposium in Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, and you know, these analysts send out a lot of messages, prevision, forecast, what will happen in 5 years, the world will be completely up and down, whatever. But one of message was very clear, is that the IT mission has changed in the years. So at the beginning, still some is now, IT is cost-cutting, optimization, reducing operation. But now what the company asks to the IT departments is more on revenue generation, value-added things. So we, as software vendor, we have to empower IT to create business value. So not just cost-cutting, cost structure, cost optimization. And this is what we are doing with the new products. And the second thought I would like to share is about the customer. We would like to analyze what is the life cycle of the customer that passes through different steps. These steps are, first of all, when the customer or a user, let's call about user, is a prospect, is somebody interested in our company, in our services, and then this becomes a customer because he buys something and it's officially a customer. And then the last phase, that the most difficult, is to become an advocate. Advocate is somebody that loves the product, recommends the product, is a fan of the product, like the people queuing in front of the Apple Store. So we thought that Liferay is good in the prospect phase, public web information, and it's quite good in advocate phase because we have this wonderful customer portal that can, let's say, gain the trust of the customers. Maybe in the customer phase, when the transition from prospect to customer, we were not so powerful. So what we would like to now to create is a set of tools able to cover these areas in which we were not strong enough, because we want our customer to use Liferay for all the life cycle of the project and not going to other tools for other tasks. So these are the new products that are great. We have also new logos for each product. That is, our marketing department is very creative. So we will have now an overview about this product, very high level. Then in the following talks, our friends from Technopolis and Singular Logic will go deeper with demo, with details. The products are, first of all, our historic product that is the digital experience platform that is now 7.1, the Verdas version. Then we have the commerce, pretty new, is something that works on the DXP and enables our customer to create a customer platform, both B2B and B2C. Then we will talk about Analytics Cloud, that is, let's say, Liferay Analytics is a tool from the cloud that is able to give you information, data on the customer journey through all the touch points. And then we will talk about DXP Cloud. You will say, what's this? Is a 4 product. This is not fair because here we have just 3 products, if you can see. This is, I decided to present this one too because it's pretty new, will be very valuable in Q2, but it's the last of the products, and I would like also to anticipate you something about this. So these are the products that will support our customer in creating and optimizing the whole customer journey. Let's start with the first one, Digital Experience Platform. Is 7.1, and we always talk about dates. When will be available? Well, we are lucky because it was available in July this year, so it's already available. You can switch to this version if you are a customer on 7.0, and it has some news. Actually, what's new? Well, the tool is very powerful, extremely powerful, but I would like to highlight just 3 main new, let's say, features that make it unique with respect to the former version. Well, first of all, the new features enables the business user to create directly new experiences. Meaning, we have brainstormed about this. We know that we have different roles in the company: the marketer, people from business or marketing, the web developer, and the designer. Actually, we focus on these 2 roles, the marketing and the developer, and we say how many times the marketing person or business persons need to set up a new page, a landing page, a new banner, a new web, a new site, and has to pass through IT to create the banner, to create the blog, to create the landing page. And at the same time, IT is not anymore focused on their core business. They need just to have this easy stuff to do for business. And this is not very effective. So what we had is we decided to create a new way of creating pages, banners, sites with a new concept called fragment. That is a special, already made piece of page, already prepared and approved by designer and prepared by IT, that is a sort of at the disposal as a collection to the business people, with simply drag and drop and inline editing, creating a new site. So here I have just a very quick example to show to you. This is, for example, somebody that in the marketing department has to create a new site, new page about maintenance, corrective maintenance for airline company. In this case, it's very easy. So you just have a menu, you just add page, you just have to insert the title of the page, then you go on the right, you choose the fragment you would like to add. For example, this is already made. Then the marketer can just inline editing the fragment, no need of IT support, just inline editing, like this way, inserting text, for example. And then you can after the text is inserted, you can just immediately change the picture, because you have changed the picture. Looks fine. Okay, this is the third part of the page is done. Then you can use another fragment. For example, this sort of fragment with the three part of text and title and an image. So just to make it real, as much real as possible, we have here, for example, some text for the page. So direct inline text, no need for calling IT, please prepare me the banner, prepare me the landing page. So it's done. And then maybe we can also change the picture. This is better. Okay, good, cool. Then, okay, we need to insert a form. So we just go to the fragment on the right, take a fragment that has embedded a form. For example, let's see. This is the sign-in form. So it's some text introducing the form, for example, and then it's done. This form was already prepared. Then we have the picture. Now we log out. We see how it looks like. Okay, this is the page already created with fragment directly by business users with no need from IT. And this is what we mean to be able to empower IT, to empower business to do things. Then the second main feature is that be able to interact with the user to collect fast and efficient way the data, meaning the form. The form is very, very important in our activity because sometimes it's the target or the milestone in which an unknown user becomes known. A prospect becomes a customer because it's formed to buy online. So it's a very key point. In this case, we have new functionality concerning forms, that we have conditional rules, meaning that when you ask in certain way to a field, then the other field can appear or disappear, can be enabled or not. We have autofill function, and then we can also jump from one part from the form to the other. This means that, let's say, 95% of the all possible conditional forms can be edited and created direct by a business user, not developed by a developer. This is very important. And then we have also multi-language support. We have, you can connect it with external data provider. Imagine that you have to, is a form related to a car maintenance, so you have to indicate the brand of the car, the type of the car, so you need a list of cars. This list of cars can be retrieved by an external database or whatever. This is extensible. So in this way, it's much easier to create a form, and we don't need so much development. So people from the business side will be happier, and you don't need to pay a lot of money to a developer to develop a conditional form. We have an example. This is a form on a mobile, we are omnichannel. This is on a mobile connected to the Liferay instance. For example, this is a form that is filled in easily, but then when you choose, for example, here the manufacturer, you choose an option, and depending on the option you have chosen, then you have another category of product. You have the SKU, that is the number of the product, and the fields relevant appear after each answer. And then, imagine that you are out of battery in the mobile, then you go home, you go to the PC, and continue filling in the form directly on the PC. It happens that you don't have to fill it again from the beginning, but you just retrieve it exactly where you were with perfect omnichannel. So this is a very important feature, because if it's done on the mobile suite that Liferay gives to you to create the application, then you can move from one channel to the other, and you find the same form at exactly the same stage you were. Then the third point is GDPR. Everybody is unhappy when we say GDPR, because this is good for protection rights of the people, but it's bad for marketing department because it's much more difficult to get the information, whatever. We know about this. So we decided to introduce into the product some tools that enable the customer to be compliant with the GDPR, meaning what we call, that with new rule, with the new European regulation, any customer or user can ask you to cancel all his data from your systems, or can ask to cancel and to put them in a file and to send him to him all the information about him. So we have, first of all, the forget user function, means that you can cancel everything related to a user if you need it. You will say, okay, it's easy. No, it's not very easy, because if the user is active in blogs, in microblogs, is customer, has submitted several forms for several events, whatever, there's plenty of information related to this customer that are around in the system. So if Liferay does it for you, look for this information and cancel it. And then export. Export, you can export all this information as per law, by the law. If you respect the law, you need to compact, put all the information in a certain file of a certain format that are described in the law, and you have to send to the customer, to the user that asks for it. So you have a function that exports everything and package everything in a single file. So these are the three main things of the function. This function about GDPR will be very soon, I think next month, available also for 7.0. This means that if you are on 7.0, you don't need to go to 7.1 just for the GDPR functions. Summary about digital experience platform. Well, more business value, more things out of the box that can be used directly by business user. And this should not be seen as, okay, so IT is not necessary. IT is very necessary, but better than to focus on other things rather than to create a form for the marketing department. The second product is commerce. There will be a speech later by my friend Trifon about this, so I will give just an overview. Why commerce? Why Liferay decided to do something with commerce? What's the sense of it? Well, actually, we think that the world of the webs, the portal, the content, the blogs, the landing pages, the information, the wiki, the knowledge base are very, very linked with the customer experience of commerce. So we think there is a need in the market of a product able to mix the complexity of the B2B environment, relation with reseller or providers, and the simplicity of B2C. Actually, we would like to bring the great customer experience you have in the B2C world to the B2B world. That is much more complicated. Well, Liferay Commerce has, a lot of features, much more features out of the box than Liferay DXP. We have catalog management, web experience, navigation, order management, customer, plenty of things. So even if in January we will have already Commerce 2.0 like version, but we have really a lot of new huge feature, even if it's a new product. Later you will have more details about this, but what is important for me is give you some insight. For example, you will have this commerce module integrated in DXP, will be connected in our cloud services, so we can have predictive analysis, demand forecasting, cross-selling suggestion to the customer. And then we have also what we call the accelerators. Accelerators are out-of-the-box, let's say, sites or functions for different verticals, telecommunication, office supply, manufacturing, and the other will come, are under preparation. So you just need to use them and not to write, let's say, your codes in the beginning. So using with these verticals, with few personalization, you can be, let's say, online very, very quickly. What is the advantage? Actually, we were talking about all the cycle of the customer. One platform, so you need one platform that is DXP for the content management, and Then you have integrated the commerce, so you don't have another solution separate, difficult to integrate. And of course, in all what you do with commerce, you will have all the power and the flexibility you have in the content management of the XP. Actually, when you see the screenshot of the commerce, is the same menu, the same desktop, the same dashboard of the XP with the commerce. So you have this powerful content management that is very powerful, because we have detected, I don't know if you agree, that in the market there are plenty of commerce solutions, but they are a bit rigid in terms of content management. For example, just a screenshot, you see, for example, a page of a brand made with Liferay Commerce. Now you have here, for example, when the customer enters into the portal, is registered, you see messages, then you can see promotion of product, this look like Amazon, but also you have blogs, you have some forums, you have knowledge base, because the customer need to be informed before buying, so it's strictly connected with all the other things you normally manage with the XP. So for example, it's a knowledge base, so the customer need to have access to this kind of information before they buy. And then you have also a screenshot about the organization. So normally when you have environment in B2B, you don't really care about what an individual has bought or will buy. You care about the account, a company, a TVA number. So in this case, the profile is on the company and not on the individual. If you have 3 different roles in the company and you're interested in checking what they bought, what are their interaction, and also have some order forecast for this account, independently on who has placed the order. So this is commerce. This is commerce. The third product is Analytics Cloud. Well, it's our instrument, our tool to analyze in detail all the interaction of the users with all the touch point of the company. Well, you know, big companies have several sites, several portals. Sometimes they are done in Liferay, sometimes they are done in other technology. Here, for example, a company like Bosch that has site in Liferay, but also in Drupal, for example. So Analytics Cloud enables the customer to get information about the interaction, their interest, both on Liferay site and non-Liferay sites. Because it's very relevant that a customer comes in touch with the company through all the touch points. So having said this, Liferay Analytics Cloud is something that you install on the Liferay instance, and then it connects with our cloud system and analyze the interaction. The interaction are based on different concepts. Can be interaction of individuals, can be interaction of accounts, so the sum of some individuals, because I could be interested in to see how many interactions we had from this company. Doesn't matter the individual. Or user segment. You can create segment to see which are their interaction. Like, for example, people from 30 years old to 40 that works in north of Greece and connect normally in the afternoon. You can create such a segment and then get the analytics of this segment. And the interaction can be, this is very important, on pages. Normal, we are used to it, everybody uses Google's analytics. And assets, so you can have performance of the single asset within a page. Meaning, for example, people, well, you can have this, for example, is a screenshot of this user. You can have the interaction when it's connected, aggregate all the data with all the interaction, and you have statistic about the interaction. And then you have on the bottom part on the right, you have some points about, you see the interest, and this is our some kind of our algorithm that can, base it on the interaction, can calculate the level of interest in one or product or whatever. Here is Liferay page for interest in DXP. So you can have somebody that tells you, we got these interactions, and then this is the measurement of the interest in some of our things that you can fix. Then we have also the asset report. This is very interesting, because here we have, you can have the analytics of a single asset. So you publish a new form, you publish a new blog, you publish a new product, and then you want to see what are the interactions for this post, this form, not only for the page. Because, you know, to click and to be on a page is interesting, but nowadays, in the same page, you can have access to different information. Even if you use like tools of segmentation, for the same, let's say, URL, you can have different contexts, because it's depending on the segment. So what is really important is the performance of an asset. And in this case, you can have, for example, an asset that could be like a form, for example. Then you can have information about the path. So you see, I want to see the performance on this asset, an article. I want to know where people come to get to this article. So we can have like this kind of screenshot. It can come from Google, it can come from a landing page we prepared from another site. So it's interesting to see which is the journey to get to our page or to our asset. And then this is important for asset that I was mentioning before. That is means the most surprising. This is the most surprising feature. This is okay. This is the most surprising feature, because you can see how an asset performs. Meaning, for example, a form, you can see how many people open the form, how many people abandon the form, how many people, you can have the time spent in each field of the form. You can have clear indication about when the form is abandoned, meaning at the fourth field is the name of your son. So I don't like to give the name of my son in the form. So even if I would like to register, I stop. So if we have this kind of insight, we can manage the asset, modifying it, change the form to be more efficient and to get more customer. This is very powerful tool that can be added on DXP, meaning if you are already a DXP customer, you can ask for it. There is a free tier, so up to 10,000 users is for free, so you can start using, testing. If you like it, you can go to higher number of users. I mean, users are not the users from your company, are the user on which the analytics is built. And then there are the segment above 1,000 users is not for free. But you can already, starting from first quarter of next year, install it and have it included up to 10,000 users for free in your DXP installation. Then the last one. This is very exciting. This is very exciting because this is a brand new product. It's our own cloud. Will be available in Q2 next year. So, analysts like Gartner or customers told us, why don't you have your own cloud solution? We miss it. So after a couple of years of work and brainstorming, we came up with the DXP Cloud that is sort of Liferay Cloud, when you can have Liferay as a PaaS solution. So you forget about the infrastructure. If you want to enter into the details, well, we say, okay, this can help to run, manage, and scaling your instances, so you don't have to care about this, and you keep the focus on developing your project. It's a cloud with some advantages, because it's a special cloud tailor-made for DXP. So you can have your DXP instances in AWS, in Azure, Google Cloud, whatever, and it's fine. But this is specially designed with special functionalities that I will show you for DXP. So if you're a DXP fan, you should take benefit of that. Actually, this product answers to 3 challenges. The first challenge is the infrastructure. So you can solve operating system issues. It's already done. You can solve the servers. You don't have to set up any servers. The system set up automatically. Forget about the networking of the servers. You can also forget about the security. I mean, security is so big and important and critical issue for everybody. We take care of security with the highest standard, with the highest certifications. Then we have also the monitoring. Included in the solution, in your dashboard, you will have the monitoring of your instances with a system of alerts, if you need to scale or not, and everything is detected. And then, of course, the performance. If things are going well or not, and why. So this will be the solution to solve all the infrastructure. That is already on the market with other bigger player, but not as tailor-made as we are on our product. Then we have a second challenge. The second challenge is the application and development and deployment and management. So forget about the clustering, problem of creating, setting up and managing the cluster, installation of the instance, it's automatic. Again, monitoring about deployment, this case, scaling, you can have activate options of automatic scaling. So automatically you can set up, okay, if we reach 90% of the memory, whatever, please scale automatically. So you don't have to rush, to run or call to add an instance because you need it. So elastic licensing. Then very, very easy tool for backups and automatic fine-tuning. And then third challenge is, okay, not only about infrastructures and performance, but also about DevOps. So you need to not to create a project, put in the cloud, it works, and it's over. No way, it evolves. You need to develop it, to add new things. So the development life cycle is long, and you need a solution that enables your developers, your technical people, to code, to release, to build, to test, and to work together in different environments. So this is not easy. So we have this, the solution gives you a lot of facilities in this respect with a cool dashboard, very, very intuitive and easy. For example, I have this screenshot. This is really a new thing. It's not valuable. It's, I'd like to show it to you how it looks, DXP Cloud. You know, you connect, it's in the cloud. You have the menu, and you have an overview. For example, here you have the services. You have Liferay DXP, Elasticsearch instances, the database, the backup, and everything. Then on the right, you have some information. This is can be personalized, the dashboard, the latest information about the latest deployment, latest activities. And you also have on the bottom part, but you have also a bell on the top with alerts. So information that our cloud gives to send to you. This, be careful. Something is going on. So if to give a quick look to this, you have the menu, you have all the services, you have here icons about the activities, the development, and the alerts. So let's go, for example, to the alert, and we see what's going on. Wow, the service exceeding 90% of the allocated memory. What's going on? Let's see. Select the last 5 days performances. We have some peaks, very dangerous. We can enable the auto-scaling function that automatically scales when this is detected. So this is, we can sleep well because this is automatic and not exceeding things. Then, you have plenty of functionality, but these are most significant. The auto-scale you can implement or not. Of course, it's pay-per-use, but you don't have to activate it. You can pre-program it. Then deployments. You see, you have here development environment, UAT environment, and production environment. Then you have icons of all the people that have access to it. Some developers can have access just to UAT or to development, not to production. This is completely, you can configure it as you wish. Then you have an history of the deployment of the thing. So just to show you, for example, if you go to deployments, then we have the latest deployment that have been by the developer team. So you can check what has been done. And then you see all the application running, the database, UAT, whatever. So then you can decide, for example, to create, these are the builds, the recent builds that can be already deployed or not, made by the different developers. And then you can decide, okay, I want to add a new environment. So you just write down the name of the new environment. This is a new environment, UAT, whatever. Then you take a build that was already done. Then you add it to the new environment. And okay, it's deployed. So looks quite easy. It's very powerful, powerful thing. You can have also functionality about backup. You know how many times you say, okay, I do a backup before an upgrade. And so you do the backup. And then the second thing after you do the backup is to check that the backup is done. Because you can trust. So in this case, you can do the backup. And you can go also backwards with former backups. If you made something wrong, you can cancel the backup and go to the former one. So it's very easy, and forget about all the check we do when we do a backup. So these are some of the things you can do on this cloud environment, PaaS. So you enter, you activate all the instances you want, the environment you want, the developer can work together on this. So this will be available in Q2. I think it's very, very powerful, and it fits with some of our customer needs. Up today, if you wanted to escalate, you just had to call us, add a new instance, we add it, you deploy it, you set up the machine, and it's not that easy. Now it's very, very smooth. Then this is more or less what is the overview of the new products. This is summarizing what we have seen. We have seen these 4 products. First, the digital experience platform, the analytics, the commerce, and the XP Cloud. A digital experience platform to create the experiences, to manage very quickly, smoothly, and sometimes without the help of the IT, the contents, all what you publish. Then analytics enables you to check if you are going in a good direction. Because you can publish a new page, you can publish a new landing page, a new blog, a new post, and check if the traffic is there and the interest is there. If not, you change. Because I had an experience with a customer that has a landing page about amusement parks, and said, okay, we create a new page with a video, a detailed description of each one of the activity of the attraction of the amusement park. So all the people will go to the landing page, see the video, like the attraction, and then go to the part of the page where you can buy the tickets. And so they spent a lot of money to do this, and then after 6 months, they discovered that nobody got to the ticket, let's say, part from the information part they were set up. Everybody was getting to that page coming from other pages like TripAdvisor or specialized pages about amusement park that had good words about this attraction. So nobody was entering in the first page where the information was. It was completely useless. So they invested a lot of money, and the customer journey was completely different. And this information they can get only through analytics. Then we have commerce. This is conversion from prospect to customer, and then try to leverage on the content to make cross-selling and improve the B2B also, the B2B relation. So these three products can be all together and enable you to understand the business needs with analytics, and then you can have plenty of solutions out of the box to complete the customer journey and to check if it works, because the customer journey we think we want to implement never works. Never works. Then we have, there is another example that's always useful was in American university. Then they can have a new campus, and then they decided to have the path where the students have to walk through the garden from one building to another, and then they build this nice path in, with stones, and they were surprised because students were used to go from one building to another, not using this path, but crossing the garden. And it was, you can see in the garden because the grass is yellow because everybody walks on this path. So you have nice path, nobody uses them, then they have new path on the green grass that are marked yellow because everybody walks on it. And so somebody said, well, maybe we should wait, look, check where people walk, and then do the stone path instead of doing the stone path before and nobody uses. So this is an example that shows that sometimes we in the companies think that the customer journey should be this, but in reality it's different and it's not exactly what we think. Then we have the other one that is the DXP Cloud. DXP Cloud is a bit different because it tries to free the IT department from a lot of infrastructure and hassle and problems, so they can focus more on the business. So this is our view. It's very challenging, but we think this is the path we would like to follow, hoping that is a good one. And I thank you for being here today to listen to these big news that are very important for us. And I will be around with people from the Liferay team to answer to your question, to chat about your needs, and also to gather your feedback about what we are doing. And not to forget that what we do is with our Liferay team, but also with the Liferay community in the world. We are open source. We stay open source. We believe in open source. And we are very thankful to our community that allows us to do so many things that we hope will benefit you as a person, you as a member of organization, business, and companies that work with us. Thank you very much.